Now we're into another part of the ball in the air game. Using the tennis ball to practice the catapult part of the heading. A tennis ball is good to use because naturally it doesn't create any problems with concussions or anything with the head. But what you see Asher doing here is exactly the way the heading should be done. And he has been practicing this for the last 3 days. And in 3 days, he has this form already, which almost looks perfect. And you can see how he hits and times the ball at the correct time and coming up from the back and snapping his back, which is the right technique. When should you start this? Anytime that the boy or girl is ready to head the ball. And so you see Asher in here catapulting, and this is how we begin the heading. Thank you, Asher. Okay, well, position the ball where you want it and begin. Now, Will is 2 years younger than Asher, and you can see that he too already has the snap. He's using his arms. The ball hits him exactly in the middle of the forehead. His timing is good because he snaps as soon as the ball comes into the place of contact. And so now in the next exercise, we're going to be lifting the ball up a little bit and see how they do with a ball a little higher. Thank you, Will. All right. So now in this sequence, we're going from the easiest to the more difficult. And so this is the middle of the exercises. And we raise the ball about 6 inches for Asher. And now he's going to try doing the same thing, but in the air. Go ahead, Asher. Now, focus. That's okay. Even if you don't hit it, what we want to see is the catapulting. Yes. And when you're off, you can catch the ball and begin again. Good. And stop. Good. Okay. Now Will is going to do it. Okay. Where do you want the ball, Will? Okay.
Okay.
Ready? Begin. Focus. 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 More catapulting. More. Not enough, Will. Start over again. Okay. We want catapulting.
Can you raise it one?
Yes. All right, good job, Will. And stop. Okay, now, yes, it wasn't as well as you've been doing it because this time it looked like, like you weren't going as far back as you have been doing it. You want to try it again?
Yeah.
Okay, is it good there?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Okay, now we're going to use the ball in the middle. When you come to using it a little bit of a bigger ball, it's very simple to think of one way to create it. I had this old Brazilian ball in the garage with a basketball net, and I just tied it at the bottom and hung it up, and that's what we're using for this heading. Just a little bit of a creativity, and now welcome to seeing what we can do with this little creation. Asher, shown. Now for this, you can see the timing, and you can see the snap of the back when he hits the ball. But the timing now is the most important aspect of this heading. Will come in and join Asher. And good. Okay. Good, Asher. That was excellent technique and body form. Yes, Will, just like you. We look at the arms, we look at the back, we look at the snap, we look at the timing. That's what's very important when you create this exercise. And that's how they have to perform. One last thing about this is the air time. They have to hang up in the air like Michael Jordan used to do and snap. And Asher just missed it there, and it doesn't matter because he still used his body in the same way as though the ball was in front of him. So if they miss, it's okay. As long as you see him doing what Asher just did there. Even though the ball was a little lower, you could see his body form, that he wasn't hitting the ball underneath it, he was hitting the ball right on top of it. Let's try that, Will. Good one. We'll stop right there with that good